everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a new perfume to review. It's the latest release from Britney Spears Fragrances and it is the new Candied Fantasy. So I'm going to be letting you know what this smells like, my review, first impressions. If you're new here, then hello and welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this, not just on new releases, but on whole ranges, perfumers, perfume notes. I'll leave the links to my other Britney videos down below in the description box. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And down below, you can find the links to where you can get this, where it's available around the world. I got this from the Perfume shop, which I think they have it exclusively at the moment in the UK. But I'll leave the links to where you can get it in the US and Europe and where it's available around the world. Cool, so the Britney Spears fragrances have been going for such a long time, and the Fantasy range in particular, I think we must be approaching 30 different versions we've had of it now. The original Fantasy, which actually came in quite a similar bottle to this, bright pink bottle, was a very sweet, cupcake fragrance, really sugary, and I think this one has a lot in common with that original Fantasy. My personal favourite is the second one she released, Midnight Fantasy. This one has berry notes in, it's really fruity, but the performance is amazing on this. It stays on my hair, clothes, like for days after I've sprayed it. Original Fantasy also has really good performance as well. After that, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Some are very light, but some have performed really well. I also really liked Blissful Fantasy that came out the other year because it has a melon top note and then white florals, which is very similar, I find, to Dior J'adore, but of course this is like £30 and J'adore is like over £100, so that is a little bit of a Dior dupe. Just wanted to get that in there, though I think this is maybe discontinued. So let's give it a try. This is the 100ml size, by the way, and it retails for $42. Okay, so this isn't actually as sweet as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be super sugary sweet. It's actually coming across quite floral. There's a jasmine heart. Now it says in the description that it has things like bubblegum in. It says it has pink velvet cupcake accord in it. I'm definitely getting jasmine. There's a hibiscus note in here, which is adding to that floral vibe. And it also says it has a strawberry top note, but again, I'm not getting something that fruity. I would describe this as a slightly sweet floral fragrance. It doesn't smell like going into a sweet shop. It's not really a candy fragrance in the way that things like the Ariana Grande perfume is, Thank You Next, they're so sweet. As it's settling, I definitely do get a sugariness. It's not a vanilla, it's more like a white sugar. And it's very feminine, it's pretty. I think this is definitely something you could wear day to day. It's like quite a easygoing, inoffensive floral scent, which from the name and the packaging, like even the packaging has like little sweeties on, or candies as you guys call them in America. For me, this is not really a super sweet candy perfume at all. Don't get me wrong, there is a sweetness in here. I get that sort of undercurrent of cupcake, but for me the main note is a floral jasmine heart. Bubblegum, we had the Moschino Toy 2 bubblegum perfume that was in pink, and that really did smell like bubblegum, like it smelled like Hubba Bubba pink bubblegum to me. So I was a bit concerned that maybe that's what this was going to smell like, because I personally hate the smell of bubblegum, but it doesn't smell like that at all. There's a nod to the original, that sort of cupcake, sugar undertone, but for me the jasmine and the hibiscus are the main notes here. Very wearable. It still has quite a youthful, sweet vibe to it that we kind of expect from these fragrances, but I have noticed more and more so that they're getting really quite floral, and they're not like the sweetness or the strength that was in like Original Fantasy and Midnight Fantasy. So I think if you're looking for that like real hit of sweetness, I'd stick to Original Fantasy or Midnight Fantasy with the fruity notes in. Whereas this is something I think you could wear this to the office, to work every day, you know, to high school. It's definitely very wearable. I'd say it is a eau de toilette, and I would say that this is performing like an eau de toilette on me. Though having said that, I'm pretty sure Midnight Fantasy is an eau de toilette, but for me that performs like an intense elixir de Perfume, but this one is definitely relatively light, and it's not something that's going to have a huge production. It's more, I think this is quite cozy and comforting actually. So I do like the smell. It's Soki approved. It's not a particularly unique special scent. Jasmine is in most new perfumes these days, but I think it's pretty inoffensive, and I know a lot of people collect the fantasy perfumes, and I think this would be a nice addition. But if you are looking for a super sweet candied scent or a bubblegum, I'd say get the Moschino toy bubblegum. The Kayali pistachio one is like a pistachio ice cream that's super sweet, or go with original fantasy. And whereas this is much more floral and wearable. So yeah, I think it just comes in the 100ml, which retails for 42. But yeah, I'll leave all the links to where you can get this down below. Let me know if you've tried this yet, what do you think of it? And let me know in the comments what your favorite fantasy perfume is, or Britney perfume. Mine being the Midnight Fantasy. Do you agree? What's your favorite? Do let me know your thoughts. There have been so many different versions. But that's it guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.